So the Indian Premier League, right, the IPL, it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
And the 18th season starts tomorrow, March 22nd, 2025.
Yeah.
We had to do a deep dive into this.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, like just to understand what it's all about, especially with the first match coming up between Kolkata Knight Riders and
Royal Challengers Bengaluru.
Royal Challengers Bengaluru at Eden Gardens.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, so this will be kind of like your crash course.
Absolutely. Like the essential need-to-knows before the season really kicks off.
Right, so like from the ground up, what is the basic structure of the IPL?
Okay, so at its core, it's a professional 2020 cricket league, and it happens every year in India, always, between March and May, and it's been organized by the BCCI since way back in 2007.
Okay, so 2020, that's like the shorter, faster version of cricket, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's known for being really fast-paced, and you tend to see some really high scores, which makes it exciting to watch.
And how many teams are we talking about here?
10 franchise teams, and they each represent different Indian cities or states.
Gotcha. So, like, I know some of the names I've heard, like Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, Mumbai Indians for sure.
Chennai Super Kings.
Those are big ones. And then you have Delhi Capitals, Gujarat Titans.
Okay, so 10 teams, and they all kind of battle it out during the season. How does that actually work?
So each team plays 14 matches in what's called the league stage. And then it gets really interesting because only the top 4 teams from that stage move on to the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the playoffs, they have these matches called qualifier and eliminator matches, and it all culminates in the final.
And that's...
This year, the final is going to be held on May 25th in Kolkata.
Okay, so it sounds like a pretty intense, setup. And I know that this thing is massively popular.
Oh, it's beyond popular.
Yeah.
I mean, the IPL is the most popular and richest cricket league.
Yeah.
Globally, I mean, just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, its brand value was estimated at 90,038 crore in 2022, which is something like 11 billion US dollars.
$11 billion.
Yeah, and you can watch the matches broadcast on major networks like Star Sports and GeoCinema.
So I feel like that kind of valuation speaks to like something larger than just the sport itself, right?
For sure. Like it shows how much sports entertainment and like the Indian economy are all kind of intertwined.
Yeah. And I know this league attracts some of the biggest names in cricket.
Oh, yeah. Some of the best cricketers from all over the world.
Yeah.
We're talking about people like Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, and big international stars too, like Pat Cummins.
And how do they actually get these players on the teams?
So they have this annual auction.
Okay.
And the prices can get pretty crazy.
I bet.
For example, this year, Mitchell Starc was the most expensive player with a bid of 24.75 crore.
Wow. So, global participation, this kind of money. I mean, this league must have a massive audience.
Oh, yeah. It is actually India's most watched sporting event.
Really?
Yeah, just to give you a sense of scale, the opening day of the 2024 season had a record 168 million TV viewers.
Wow.
So you can see it's like a cultural phenomenon in India.
So besides the season starting tomorrow, are there any other important things to know about this particular season?
Well, aside from the fact that the season starts tomorrow, March 22nd,
Right.
the Kolkata Knight Riders are the defending champs. They won the 2024 final against Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Yeah.
And there are actually a couple of rule changes this year. So they got rid of the rule banning the use of saliva to shine the ball.
Okay.
And now teams can take a new ball after 10 overs in the second innings.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how those rule changes actually play out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like something like that could really change the game.
It could.
Oh, and I think I remember hearing that the player auction was held in a different location this year. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The mega auction for this season was actually held in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia back in November.
Wow.
And during that auction, Punjab Kings had the biggest purse at 110.5 crore.
So they could kind of get whoever they wanted.
Yeah, they had a lot of purchasing power. And that choice to hold the auction in Saudi Arabia kind of shows how much international interest there is in the IPL.
It's really fascinating that it's not just about the sport. It's like, a business.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a business.
A huge economic driver.
The media rights alone for the 2023 to 2027 cycle were sold for an incredible 48,390 crore.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, and it also provides a platform for young Indian players to get experience and play alongside these international stars.
Yeah.
Which is really important for developing the future of Indian cricket.
So basically, we're looking at a massive annual 2020 cricket league.
That's it.
Starting its 18th season tomorrow, with 10 franchise teams, huge popularity, huge financial power,
Absolutely.
global talent, tons of viewers.
And Kolkata Knight Riders are the champs.
And don't forget those rule changes.
It's going to be a good season.
So, like, as we're heading into this new season, it makes you think, with how big and influential the IPL is, how will these changing rules and all these international players actually shape the future of cricket?
Yeah.
Not just in India, but like on a global scale.
Yeah, that's a good question to think about as we're watching the matches.
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. Well, thanks for this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right, that's it for today.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Bye.